to build that personal brand and get that content out. So, you never, like you just said, you never know who's looking. You'll rather work with somebody that you can actually build with. Like, what do you look for in someone, like the fine details that kind of gets your attention to start paying notice?
Absolutely. I always encourage people to cheat, and this is how you cheat the game. And this is exactly what I did. You find somebody who has your dream job. You pick that person out, and I immediately went to their LinkedIn, which a lot of people aren't messing with LinkedIn. They're like, oh, that's Facebook for old people. It's like, no, you need to get on there. Like, you gotta be at all touch points. But I would go to that person's LinkedIn and look through their history, see what their certifications were, qualifications were, and try to make my LinkedIn look exactly like theirs. So if they had public speaking experience, guess what? I'm going to sign up at the local community college for some public speaking classes and get that under my belt. All those things, well, you have to look the part to some extent. Yeah. So don't tell me you want to work in social media and your profile picture is SpongeBob and you haven't posted since 2018. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely starts on your personal. Taking it seriously. Anything can prevent you from getting a job. Having a beer in one of your profile pictures, or inappropriate hot button issues that you're talking about on Twitter, those kind of things people are going to shy away from because people are already taking a chance on you, so they don't want to take that extra risk if they see red flags up front. So you want to prevent those. You want to get those out of the way and make yourself look 100% legit and professional, but don't lie. Be honest with yourself and be honest with the people that you're working with. That goes so much further. If you came to me and said, Jay, I want to work, I want to do graphic design. Here's my portfolio. I've been working all summer, but I don't really know Illustrator that well, but I'm willing to learn. I'm taking a class right now. I'm going to give that dude a shot. I'm going to see what he's working with. Yeah. If he's hungry, if he seems like he's going to put in that effort, I'm going to be inclined. And the other thing, kind of to the point you were talking about, NB is fortunate enough to be one of the bigger esports organizations, but a lot of the guys aren't big, and you're not going to get that normal interview process where it's posted, on the right site, and then you get a call back 2 days later, and then you get a formal interview. It's not going to be like that because a lot of the teams are strapped for time, resources, all that stuff. So you're going to have to knock and knock and knock and, keep poking and prodding and getting your name out there until something happens. So, yeah, you got to make moves in 2020.
Yeah. And so, going back to the Envy and Fuel side of things, when you first got on board, you spoke about it being one of the bigger orgs. Are you surprised at how big it is and the impact it's had on the Dallas area?
Absolutely. I think Envy in a lot of ways was ahead of the game because they started back in, I want to say, 2007. As just a Call of Duty team. It was some friends got together, decided to scrounge up some sponsorship money, competed in tournaments, and then it just became this big thing. And now it's a global force. So, Hastro, our CEO, when people ask, how do I join? How do I get involved? How do I play for you guys? He basically said you have to almost play for somebody else before you play for us. You don't you're not 16 years old and try to get drafted to the Lakers unless you're LeBron James or somebody like that.
Right.
But what you need to do is either, get with some friends or, there's a lot of these, smaller esports orgs that are popping up, and the collegiate scene is embracing it as well. So, you need to get on there, get a scholarship, or, get some friends together and start competing locally. That's where it starts. And then you have to show consistency and marketability. So you need to win a lot. And you need to be marketable, which means you need to be sponsor-friendly, so not cursing, raging, all that kind of stuff. And, yeah, you need to be a good person above all else. So am I surprised that Envy has grown the way it has? No, because we have a strong leader behind us. Hastro definitely looks out for the little guys. I highly encourage you to follow him. It's at Hastro. With the 0 instead of the O at the end, but really good dude, always down to give advice. but definitely always on the prowl too, looking for new players and new talent. So check him out.
Yeah, for sure, man. I actually met you and Hastro at the in-game conference, man. Just brief handshake.
That's right.
You might not even remember that, but
I do.
Yeah. So tell us, man. Like, as far as like, you know, I know you put a lot of work in, man, and a lot of hours, Jay. Like, how rewarding or how is it like when you get that? How is it in return, like on your end? What is that emotion like?
Sorry, you cut out a little bit. You asked what the payoff was.
Yeah, as far as like, you know, fan interaction,
the perks, perks of the job. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the perks, and then I want to know exactly like how does it feel as far as, you know, the fan interaction piece, not on the fan side of things, but on your side. I saw a few of your posts where you know, it's almost to the point where, you know, you're a humble guy from what I can see. It's almost like how thankful you are, and you know the power that you have within the community.
Oh, I'm so appreciative, man. I love the fan interactions. That's definitely my favorite part. I consider myself the people's champ because I basically get to listen to them and tell the org what they want. If we're not doing what the fans want, then we're doing wrong, in my opinion, because they're the reasons we have jobs. So I love interacting with the fans. As far as the perks, I would say the esports is not a 9-to-5er. If you're thinking you clock in, you clock out, it just doesn't work like that. It's not established enough. It's still in its infancy. So you have to grind hard. I feel like I go to work now. I get to wake up and roll out of bed and go to work. But but I feel like I put in my time, and it's usually between, you know, somewhere around 7 to 10 hours a day. And then once I'm done with that, then I'm working on my personal brand and my personal content. So it's making videos, it's making clips, it's making memes, it's, you know, making sure I'm commenting and replying to people and DMs and stuff like that. So it's almost like if you really want it to work, it has to become a second job for you. You have to think about whatever you're doing. If you're not in a place where you want to be, if you're working at, you know, Walmart or something like that, work at Walmart, make that check, you know, take care of, you know, the needs that you have. But then when you get off, it's time to, you know, turn on the camera, start streaming, you know, working on those graphics, that portfolio, whatever it is, you got to do that. So that's the grind. But the cool part is, you know, opportunities to travel. You know, I travel probably, you know, 20, 30 times a year, going to places like E3, Comic-Con, these kind of places, working with a lot of our sponsors and our players, you know, just to get their names out there, you know, give back to the community, autograph signing, stuff like that. So it's, you know, staying in hotels. And it's a lot of fun. You know, you get to see a lot of different places. It is a lot of work still. Some people don't like the hustle and bustle of traveling, but I enjoy it.
I bet, man. You know, it has to be exciting to be able to I'm all about exposure, Jay, and being exposed to other markets and being exposed to other you know, ARGs or even events like you're saying, man. It goes a long way. It builds character. It builds your ecosystem within, you know, your networking capabilities, man. So I definitely get that. Going into, like, you know, the seasons now with the COVID-19 crisis, how has that changed your job for your team, man, as far as being interactive with the community? I know we had the internet, but has the format changed for you at all?
Oh, it's kicked in double time, man. All of our live events have moved into online events. So it's the all eyes basically went to me, like, all right, Jay, you know, what are we doing? We got a game coming up. You know, we can't bring people to the arena, so, you know, what's the plan? So that's when the creative side gets to come out, and you get to come up with innovative ways to really change the game. I feel like it's different than working at like a Dallas Cowboys or, you know, an organization like that that's established. Since esports is so young, you can really come up with ideas that change the entire industry. So one of the ideas I have, and I saw the Houston Outlaws stole it from me before I had a chance to implement it, but it's a great idea, and they executed it awesome. but it was an online VR watch party for one of their games. So you put on the headset, and it's like you're walking into a movie theater. You sit down, you see people around you, and on the screen is the Overwatch game. I just thought that was amazing. So, you know, it's getting creative like that. It's Discord chat parties. It's you know, doing a lot more giveaways. There's just a lot that has to be done to supplement a lot of the sponsor deliverables. To be honest, it's you know, it takes our sponsors and our partners to make it go. So, you know, when we don't have events, you know, we're not getting those banners made. You know, they're not getting that screen time. So we have to supplement it in different ways, which means more streaming, more memes, more giveaways.
Yeah. All good for your community, though. More work for you.
Yes, sir. Less it for me, more fun for the community. But I love it, man. Like, whenever I have a hard day, I'm like, man, I still get to talk about video games all day.
Yeah, for sure, you know, man.
Life is good.
Yeah. So speaking of video games, man, do you play video games? And if so, are you a console guy, PC guy? What are your favorite games?
Oh, man. Right now, I've been heavy. I have goals. I make really achievable but kind of difficult goals for myself. So right now, League of Legends, working my way up the ladder. The Legends, where am I at? Like silver. I used to be diamond, so I'm trying to get back. On the horse. Overwatch, platinum. I'm plat chat for life.
There you go.
So, and then what's the new one? Valorant. I got the beta to Valorant. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. I was playing with some of our pros, and it's clear. It's very clear once you're in a game with them why they are pros.
Why they're pros.
when they're just hands down, like lights out carrying. You're at the bottom of when you press tab and you look at the count, you're at the bottom of the list and they're just destroying everyone. You're like, okay, yeah, this kid can play.
Right. That's crazy, man. So, man, like I said before, man, you know, man, I love having you on, man. I had to have you back, man, especially when the physical play starts back for the league, man, and you really in front of the camera and stuff like that, man. I really want to get you back, man. We have probably like two minutes left in the show, Jay. Take these 2 minutes and plug away, man, because I know you know every Facebook, Twitter, any other platform. Just, you know, I really want to show y'all some love, man, because for me, you know, like I said, man, we're here in Louisiana. We don't have an R close, man. You know, we have Houston, but you know, I'm Dallas too, man. So go ahead, man.
That's what I like to hear. And believe it or not, I'm New Orleans. Wyoming, if you don't know, doesn't have an NFL team. But we had was the Broncos, and I wasn't trying to support John Elway back in the day. So I adopted the Saints when I was 13 years old. I've been a Saints fan since I was 13 years old.
There you go.
I was there through Aaron Brooks and Deuce McAllister, Joe Horn, and Dante Stallworth, all them legends.
Yeah, so. I'll tell you what. I'll ship you a Saints jersey and send me a Dallas Fuel or Envy, man. We'll trade.
Hey, done deal. Done deal.
But go ahead,
but yeah, man, like
away.
when I'm not working, you know, I'm open to, you know, just talking to people. I love hearing people's dreams. I want to let people have their dream job like I have my dream job. So definitely hit me up anytime on Twitter. That's Jay Hairston. Jay hair, like on the top of your head, STON, and that's pretty much my social, you know, across all platforms. Definitely check out Dallas Fuel, Dallas Empire, if you're a Call of Duty fan, and then just at Envy is kind of the overarching umbrella corporation, and you know they got different teams from Fortnite to Counter-Strike. We have a Smash Bros player, so you know we stay plenty busy. We've got about, I think it's like a roster of like 60 players, you know, across the globe. So definitely check us out. Hit me up if you have, you need advice, suggestions, feedback on, you know, what to do on your resume, you know, whatever, man. I'm down to shoot the breeze or even play some games.
Cool, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I'm definitely going to have you back. Thanks, Jay.
Absolutely, man.
This was another episode of Go Play Esports with Christopher Turner. Follow him on Twitter at Turner_CP.